G'day guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thanks for coming. Well, it's a nice Good Friday actually, nice day today. So this video is going to be about, I'm going to try and make a DIY automatic egg catchers for cherry barbs or any egg scatterers. Okay, as you can see in here, I got set up, another setup over there. And yeah, it's not my original idea. I've seen a couple of people do it. The one that inspired me was Blake's Aquatics. He actually has, you know, printed plastic ones you can buy. If you're interested, go do that. But I'm decided I'm going to give it a go myself. So the idea is I'm going to create a catchment, and hopefully the eggs will drive in, and then I'll pump them up. I've got this one here, I'll pump them into there. But anyway, I also got a Fluval breeder box on order with 1.9 litre, a bit more space, so that might be better. But anyway, I'm just going to start making it today, and follow me along if you want. I never knew this idea to maybe 6 or 8 months ago, and you know, if you get busy or whatever, especially with cherry barbs, you got to take the eggs out every day, whatever. So I'm just going to give this a go. So I'm going to have a go at making it with stuff I've got laying around, and yeah, hopefully it will work. But first thing is I make it, put it together. I'm going to use some silicone, so that takes 72 hours to cure. So alright, I will show you the bits I'm using and how to make it. I've never made one before, so don't expect perfection, but I'll give it my best shot. Okay, I already got started before I decided to make this, so I'll just run you through what I've got. 1.25 litre Coke bottle, cut about 2/3, old soldering iron. Just went round this one, made some holes, easiest way, soldering iron, and I made a hole in the side that will fit this hose. Okay, this is just for size, it's not correct size yet. So yeah, the idea is put this like that, make a hose and a connection down to there, and then another 90-degree, and then pump it up over into the hang on the side. So use some old 7-point tapestry thing I've got lying around, and I've cut, it's not a perfect circle, but it will fit good. Now I'm in two minds here. I don't want to tie it off or anything, so what I think I'm going to do, got this ridge here, I'm going to run a bead of silicone around, and hopefully if I do it right, then I can just put this in and sit it on top, or maybe I will run another bead around. I'd rather just sit it on top, and yeah, never done it before, so it'll be trial and error, but everything laying around. This one here, okay, that was the cap. What I did, I used the soldering iron, made a hole pretty similar to the hose, and then a blade, just rounded it off, and that's really tight. Okay, so I didn't want it sticking up too much, but it is sticking up a little bit, just, you know, 2 mils or something, so that it's completely surrounded by the plastic. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put silicone in there, so that it will fill up that 2 mil gap around and create it, yeah, a little bit of silicone there, so that eggs won't get trapped on the side of the hose. They should go straight down. And I'm also going to put a bit of silicone on here, around here, to hold it in position. So yeah, the holes in here just to let water in and the air out. Maybe I'll put a stone or something in there, but we'll just see. So the next step, I will silicone this up, run a bead of silicone around here, let it harden off a little bit, and then when it's, a couple of hours, when it's firmed up a little bit, then I will put I think that's 4mm holes. That's the one I use on the breeding boxes. It should be fine. So I'll get on with the silicone, do that. Very simple. We'll see how we go, trial and error. But why not? Nice day, might as well do something, and hopefully the theory is really good. So I'll make one, see how it goes, and if it works, then I'll make a couple more, I reckon. Anyway. Okay, I just cut a small angle, don't want it too thick. Just using Sally's 100% silicone. Aquarium safe. They'll have whether they're aquarium safe or not. You just don't want any fungicides or whatever. You probably all know silicone anyway. So I'm going to try and run the bead first. Alright. Now, excuse me, I'm going to use the ridge as a guide. And maybe I'll shift my coffee cup out of the way. Always got to have coffee and a smoke if you smoke. Alright. So I'll just try and get it an even bead. It's going to be quite thick, but that's okay because I want it to sit on top of this so that, easy to clean, whatever, really. So there we go, we've got the bead. I'll just let that harden up, or maybe even I'll just make it so the top is all the same size. As you can see, I found my gloves, so that's good. Alright, that's okay. That should be enough. It's only for, trial, see how it goes. But if you have no other plants or no other structure in the tank, then they should go to here and go down. So I'll put that aside for later. Me towel. Now I'll just do a tiny little bit in here. I won't do too much because you don't want to cover up the thread on the thing, so you can do it up. I suppose you don't have to do it up tightly because it's okay. So yeah, a little bit more. Okay. Okay. I'm happy with that because there is no space beside the hose and the lid. That makes it slope into the opening. So that should be good. Now, just to hold it in position, I will just put a little bit around here, just a bead around here. It doesn't really matter this one because just to hold it in position, and I'll put a bead around there. Okay. Not perfect, but that should be good. I don't know if you can see in there, but there's no hose sticking up. I've filled up the gap, so they should just all get sucked into there. So now we'll wait 72 hours, then we'll put it together, stick it in, give it a few days and see if it works or not. Okay guys, a week later, got busy, whatever, so automatic egg catcher for cherry bulbs or any egg scatterers, just do an experiment, see if it actually works. So got my container here, it's worked out well. It's a week later, so curing for this silicone was only 72 hours, so it should be right. So that fits really good, I'm happy with that, and I can just lift it out if I want to clean it or whatever in the future, and it just slots back like that. Pretty good, a couple of small gaps, but I am starting to worry whether I should have made this higher. But anyway, I'm going to give it a go. As the silicone was curing, I ran it on the thread a couple of times, so you can also undo that and clean it. So all I'm going to do, go like such. I've got 2 elbows, going to run an elbow from there and then have cut off me piece of hosing, and I've got some hot water there because it's a bit crooked. So I'm going to connect that up, then I'm going to run the hosing through there to that section, then another elbow, and this one up to this here. I do have somewhere, I have the other piece. Okay, found it. So, and then I'm going to connect this tubing up on here. This one here has an O-ring, so I've measured whatever, and then I can get it, then I can adjust it on here. Alright, and a couple of pebbles, rocks, whatever, just to put in the base of this. Did create air holes for water. But anyway, just an experiment, let's see how we go. So I've got my hot water. I'm just going to whack this one in here for a couple of minutes. Well, not that long, but anyway, it's just going to be an experiment and see if it works. I did put some extra gravel in there because I don't have the time to be siphoning out leftover food and food waste all the time. With gravel I can just do it once a week rather than every second day. Alright, now we just see a bit of hot water. I'm going to push that a fair way in, and that also straightens it out. So very quick, very simple. Yep, that's pretty darn good. Look at that, that's going to line up there. So which one's my shorter one? No, that one, this one. Okay, my shorter one, whack that in the hot water. Just let it sit for a little bit, and I'm just going to try and straighten it, then I'm going to connect it. I did take the other container off, and I'll push this one across because it's closer to the airline, and then I will have this over here, maybe shift the filter, whatever. Just all trial and error. So, bit of hot water. Pretty hot, about 2 litres, whatever. Okay, now because the bend's that way, I'm going to put it like such. Okay, that should be good. Now, the other two, these are just from hardware, any 12.5mm, 13mm, whatever they are. I didn't have to buy anything, I had a couple left over. And now, actually, shouldn't have put that one on first. Anyway, that's the way it goes. I'll take that one off. What I'm going to do, I'm going to run this one through here first. Just through there, made that little hole. It should fit through there. Okay, and we just run it down. I might actually put pebbles in here while I'm here so I don't have to pull it apart again. On the side, shake the pebbles up so I can get that. That's sitting like that, no gap there for anything to get in, and that's coming out good like that. Now I can put the other bit on. Not claiming to be an expert, first time I've done it. I'm just doing it to see if it actually will work. It doesn't really matter, cherry buds, I've got over 100 of them, so if it works, be good. Use it for any egg scatterers, whatever. And like that. Okay, just pull that out a bit so it's centered. Now, that's not too bad. That's going to sit on the ground okay. Like such. Now, we'll just put this one in the water, 30 seconds, but yeah, I reckon hopefully it will work. I'm just going to get it set up and see. I'm a bit concerned about the depth of this, but anyway, we will we'll see. But that, I'm really happy with that ridge I created with the silicone. Fits really good. So there you go. Actually, just put it the other way. Like such. Very quick, very simple, make it with anything. Alright, just try and straighten this one up a bit now. Back in. I don't think it'll matter, I just want to make a good enough flow to actually suck the eggs up. And now I will put this one on here. Like such. Okay? So that's going to go that way, so I've got it away from the flow. It should be pretty good. It'll probably be in the corner. Yeah, I can't really slide that across. Probably be in the corner, like such. Okay. Whack this one in. And I'm just going to connect it to this bit that'll go over the bit on the breeder box that's already got the O-ring on it. So I'm going to push that down a little way. See what the height's like. That should be pretty good. Alright. So when I connect that up, that should straighten that up. And anyway, we'll give it a go. Nothing to lose. Can always go back to the old way, but you know, this makes... I'm just curious to see if it will work, because if it's going to work, it's really good. I've chucked 20 odd cherry bulbs in there, probably a bit too many males, but it was hard to catch them out of here. Anyway, just going to put them in. You only need one to spawn each day and get, you know, whatever, how many. but we'll see how it works. So next I'm going to heat up the soldering iron. I was going to cut it in here to connect the air tube, but I'm thinking I might just use a soldering iron. That way if I make an error, you know, I want it pretty tight so the hose isn't going to pull out. So there you go. Looks pretty good. We'll see how it goes. I'll get the soldering iron and then I'll put it in, connect it up to there, and start running it for a few days. Okay, got the soldering iron heated up. Now, I'm going to go that way, so I want to do it on this side. I don't know, do it about halfway up, I reckon, somewhere in there. So, quick and easy, just got it like that. That should be okay. For the air tube, I should be able to squeeze it through and yeah, put the airline in. I'm going to run with a valve, this section with the valve, and then take the other, run this section on here, just so I've got a bit more refinement on the flow. There you go. Next, we'll put it in, get it set up, and let it run for a week or so, see if anything happens. Okay, an hour later, guys, and fish are all hiding over here, but got it in, and just used a few rocks on here to hold in position. This one up here, got the flow going. I took the end cap off because it was actually splashing more going down, and I did have to put the valve in there. I've got up there, but I turned that down, but even with this, the flow was too much initially, so yeah, I put that one on. Decent flow here. Cut a little bit of pretty coarse sponge filter there, and the flow seems pretty good at the moment, so there you go. I'm just going to let it run for a week, couple of weeks, see what it goes, see if I need to make any adjustments, and yeah, jar of moss from the other one in there in case there is any. We'll see how they go. I'll come out in the morning when the lights come on and see if anything happens, but I am curious whether that flow there, well, that's about as high as I can have it, otherwise it overflows over the overflow, but see if it's gonna be sufficient to suck the eggs up. There you go. I think it worked out okay for first attempt. May have to refine it, but yeah, let's see, give it a couple of weeks and see if we get fry. Hopefully. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy my content, consider subscribing or leave a comment. Tell me what I did wrong or right. Thank you. Bye.